to the Making Diaries, a series where I show everything that I've been working on, and I'm starting this week's vlog with a try-on. So I have showed you this jumper in the last video, and so where I'm at, I have finished the sleeves, separated for the body, knitted the body for a little bit, and then separated the front and the back to create the slit. And I would say I have the front ready. What I did, I stem blocked it, because before stem blocking it looked so weird. So this ribbing was just scrunched up and I just could not understand how it fits. So I have my knitting needles in here actually. So I am done with the front part, and the front is already nice and closed. I'm currently working on the back, and I want the back to be a bit longer than my front. And obviously one thing I will need to work on are the sleeves, but I'm actually trying this jumper on because I am a bit nervous about how it's going. So as I said in the last Making Diaries episode, I have changed how I did the saddle shoulder increases a bit, and I feel like this has created a longer yoke that I actually knitted. So now that I put the jumper next to the other ones, I can see that my underarm is a bit lower than for the rest of my jumpers, and I'm not sure if this is an actual problem or not. So right now when I try this on, what I see, when I move, I can see this almost radial folds that get created when I move. So I'm not, oh yeah, that is it. Can you see it? And basically all of my jumper goes up if I lift my arms, which is not perfect, but this is something that I already had when I tried other jumpers on without the sleeves attached. And another thing I'm getting are these folds in here right at where my neckband is, and this is normally solved by attaching the sleeves to the jumper, because this creates additional weight in this area, so everything in here gets nice and flat. So I'm not sure if this radial thing crease is a problem, and if it's gonna go away with washing. This is the main problem that I have. This is how it currently looks from the back. Yeah, this is how it looks. I like the length of the ribbing that I went for. And is it weird that I'm wearing it, trying it on with my shorts on? Anyways, so yeah, this is the main problem. Can you see how much excess fabric I get here? This much. Yeah, don't know what to do with that. Definitely not a good thing to have. And I have this microphone on that does not make the situation better, so it pulls even more and creates this crease that I don't have otherwise. Let me just take it off quickly. So there we go. This is how it looks without the microphone on. Hope you can still hear me. So I do get some creasing in here, but not that much. But still, can you see that when I straighten my back and pull my shoulders back? I still get this weird creasing, and it might go away after I wash it, because the fabric itself will become much more flowy and will not form this weird things. But that's not 100%. Do I want to frog it? No. Do I want to trust the process? Kind of, but still really nervous. But let's see how it goes. I'm first gonna finish my back. Close the back completely, then do the sleeves, and then probably stem block it one more time and decide if I like it or not. If I don't like the fit, if there is no way I can wear it, then yeah, fine, I'm gonna frog it. If I understand that if I wash it, the fabric becomes just a bit more flowy, and then I block it for the shoulders to be more horizontal, and this solves the whole folding creasing situation, then yeah, fine, I'm fine with that. So I'm not sure. Let's trust the process and see what we get. I really like the color. I think this is the perfect taupe, beige, brown, gray color. And this is the same yarn that I have used before, so I know how nice it is to the touch after it gets washed. So I'm a bit nervous about this project, but I'm not gonna get my hopes too high, but let's hope the magic of washing a blockhead actually solves this problem. As you can see, I am back home, and I thought this will be a great opportunity to wrap up all the projects that I have been working on and all the projects that I've finished in the months that I was away from home. And I want to start with my finished objects and then share my whips. So I will show lots of gloves in this clip because I got too carried away, and my perfectionism, I could not stop knitting and improving upon these. And the first 4 gloves that I want to show you are those beautiful pink ones that I made out of Cariagi series, which is 90% virgin wool and 10% cashmere. So I am using 6 strands held together, and this results in 400 meters and 100 grams. And I have been using 2.25 knitting needles for these gloves. And you might remember I have showed a few of these in my previous videos. So first of all, I have knitted this one that then became a donor for some yarn because I did not have enough of this shade. So, and as you can see, the shade is a bit different. Like if you look closer, this one is, you know, just a bit more complex than this one. This one is just like your normal like bank, and this one is a bit more complicated. So I knitted some yarn and I have frogged my thumb, and this glove was not the best one that I have worked on. First of all, I have started with double knitting for my cuff, and I don't think it looks the best, so I just decided I will keep it, and I did not knit a pair for this one. Then I have worked on, I believe, this one. This actually is the only one that I have that has been washed. And if I wear it, I have already mentioned this, so the cuff is a bit too tight for me to put it on. So this one is a problem. Then I do have this like a gap where I have like started another row of knitting after I have purled, so another problem. And the worst thing about these gloves is that it has all of those holes at the base of the fingers, and this was something that I really wanted to fix. So this is why I have another pair of finished gloves. This is how they look on me. I did not wash these, and I will tell you why in a second. So this is the full pair that I have. I did not like steam block it. I did not wash these. I did not do anything. So this one will go into the wash as soon as I film this video, and I would say these are the perfect gloves. So no gaps, no holes at the base of my fingers, beautiful connection of the thumb to the actual palm, no big holes, beautiful increases for the thumb, which I really like. And I think this actually sit very nicely, and the cuff actually looks pretty decent. So I'll be washing these, and I'll probably share the washed version of these ones in a future video. And now to the exciting part. So let me take this off. So I have already shared that I have made these gloves out of this beautiful millefilly clue yarn. This one is 750 meters and 100 grams. I have held it double, and And this one is as well 90% virgin wool and 10% cashmere, but has a completely different feel to it. I have already showed you this pair of gloves that I made, and I loved working on these so much, and I loved how they look so much. The one problem that I have with these is that this yarn has shrunk just a little bit after washing, so even though I was working on a gloves that would fit my hand, but I'm really struggling to put this on right now. So this one have shrunk just a little bit, so I still can't put this on, but this is how they look. And I have followed basically the same formula for this one. So no holes at the base of my fingers, beautifully looking fingers at the tips, and a nice connection of the thumb to the palm. And what I love about these gloves is that they follow the anatomy of your palm beautifully, so I do not feel restricted that much in my movements. And I have loved this ones so much. I loved how they look, how they feel, and I really like this beautiful natural pattern that I have found, that I have decided that I really want to work on a pattern so that you could make a pair of gloves for you or for your loved ones too. And to do that, I have actually started working on another pair, and this is how far I got. So I only have the pink already, but these ones are for sure my size. I have made them just a little bit bigger. And while doing this, I am actually writing a knitting pattern so that you could repeat these beautiful gloves yourself. So I will be working on this ones. I will be testing different sizes, and I really want to work on a downloadable PDF pattern with links to all of the complicated moments. I will be creating video tutorials so that you feel guided every step of the way. So this is exciting news that I want to share, and this is something that I'm working on. The working name for these gloves are forest gloves, because I really feel like this color is really foresty, so this is how I'm calling this for now. So these are the most exciting plans that I had for this video. Another finished object that I have is my cable jumper, and I have already showed it to you looking exactly like this before, but that is because I did not have time to throw this one in the washing machine. This is something I want to do because I don't think the spinning oil is gone completely. So the moment I finish with filming this video, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna share the result with you. And I think I'll be washing this together, so I really want to see how the yarn can bloom in the gloves. Now to the not so exciting news. I have my saddle shoulder jumper in front of me that I have already showed you in the last clip that I filmed, and I believe around a week have passed since that clip. And what I actually managed to do is I did work on one of the sleeves, but unfortunately this did not solve the problem that I had with it. So let me show you a bit closer why I decided to frog it pretty much completely. What I actually managed to do in the meantime is I have watched lots of videos about how to make these continuous saddle shoulder constructions, and I have realized that I have made one very big mistake that I cannot fix with blocking or washing or whatever. And I did try this on in the last clip for you, and as you can see, the biggest problem that I got was that my yoke was kind of creasing in this radial shape, so I would get this weird radial creasing in here. And why I did have that is because how my saddle shoulder is shaped. So I have already told you that I have experience working on this contiguous saddle shoulder construction, and it was not like my best work, but still it fit a bit better. And the main problem that I have here is that if you take a look at this sweater, the saddle shoulder should go like this, so at this angle, and mine is like 45 degrees. And your like natural shoulders are a bit like less sloped. So when I put this jumper on and it kind of stretches on my shoulders like this, these are the creases that I get around my yoke. And the problem with this saddle shoulder being so sloped is that I do get all of this excess length to my yoke, so my underarm actually starts really low because I got this 10 centimeters of extra length. And if I had my saddle shoulder less sloped, I would get this underarm way higher, like 10 centimeters higher. So these are the problems that I got. I really like the shape of the raglan line that I got, like from the shoulder to the underarm. Another problem though, you can see, even though I have steamed the ribbing of the body, it actually gets like still scrunched up, and I really don't like the shape of the sweater that I got. And for the back one, I did not even seam block it, and as you can see, it is like really scrunched up, so it would not stay like stretched. And what I did for the ribbing is I have followed like the rules that I normally use for my ribbings, is that I go 0.5 or 1 millimeter down for my needle size. And I think for this ribbing I will actually go up half a size. So I am knitting my body on 3.5 millimeter needles, and I will probably be working my rib in 4 millimeters, and I will see what I get. So this one will get frogged. I just wanted to show you what are the main problems, and as I said, it is the slope of the saddle shoulder. So what I needed to do is I needed to add my stitches in every row, not in every other, as I did here. So I'm starting this over. I think I'm gonna frog it up until my folded neckline, and then I'm gonna just redo all of the shaping. The shaping is great. I like how it looks. The folded collar is great. I'm just gonna frog it like until here, until this reinforcement, and start it all over again. It's been a few days and I'm back with a few updates about my project. And first thing I want to talk about are my bang garments that I've been working on in the last month. And as I mentioned in one of the last clips, I was going to throw everything in the washing machine to further get rid of the spinning oil and give the yarn an opportunity to bloom. Just as a reminder, this is knitting cone yarn, and why cone yarn is a bit specific is because it is treated with something that is called spinning oil, and this spinning oil needs to be washed out of the yarn and the actual fabric for you to see like the yarn in its full potential. And I heard about that from somebody, and I decided to experiment on my gauge swatch. So first of all, this one was hand washed, and then I have just thrown it in the washing machine just by itself, and it has transformed like massively. And I kind of expected the same transformation to happen with my jumper, but let's talk about the jumper a bit later on. So I have thrown my gloves that I have made together with my jumper, and I don't even think I have hand washed them before throwing them in the washing machine. So I think they do deserve another washing cycle in the washing machine, just for me, you know, to make sure I got like the most out of this yarn. So this one is going in the washing machine once again. And now when it comes to my beautiful cable jumper that looks like this, I did throw it in the wash on just a quick cycle in the washing machine. But I did not get the same effect that I got with this cable swatch, and I'm not sure why that happened, because I used the same shampoo that I have used with a gauge swatch. I have used the same washing machine, the same cycle, everything basically the same. The only difference is that maybe because like this swatch is really tiny, it had like, it could move way more in the actual washing machine, and this is what kind of made it like expand and bloom. And for the sweater, I did not get the same effect. Like, I could say it did not like change. Like, it looked absolutely the same when I like hand washed it and just dried it. And if you like look closer, even the colors are different. Like, my gauge swatch is a bit lighter in color, and I don't know, the stitches, they just are not that like defined, and it looks like a like more uniform fabric. I don't really know how to explain that, how to describe that. So I'm not sure what to do. Like, should I throw it in the washing machine once again and hope that nothing bad happens to it? I am really afraid to felt it, because that is never a pleasant experience. And this yarn is not super wash, so it's not actually meant to go in the washing machine. So theoretically, after you are done washing out the spinning oil, it's not going in the washing machine ever again. So I'm wondering like when that moment comes where it can just, you know, transform into something unwearable. But I would love it to like look more like the gauge swatch. Another thing that like I can blame is maybe the fact that I did not use that much shampoo, because I was kind of running out of it, and I did use some, but maybe I should have used a bit more for it to have the opportunity to wash out like the oils. I'm not sure what to do. Do you have any experience, stories about how, you know, to make sure the yarn like blooms to its fullest potential? I don't want to ruin the jumper. I have spent a lot of time on it, and I'm not actually sure what to do. So yeah, I'm hesitant. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. The gloves are for sure going for another quick cycle, and the jumper, I'm just not sure. And there it is. It is just waiting for me to decide what I want to do. Like, do I want to measure it and take photos and call it done, or is there some more potential to it? I'm really not sure what to do, what's the best way forward. So that's what's been on my mind for the last week. And it has been just laying there and watching me and, you know, judging me for not finishing it. So there we have it. I think I am done working with pink yarn for some time now, because I cannot stand watching something pink on my needles anymore. So that is that. Now to my saddle shoulder jumper that I said I will be frogging up to my neckline. And this was what I did. I have straightened the yarn, and I have recalculated everything and started it all over again. And this is how it is looking right now. I have separated the sleeves and the body and have knitted for some time in the round for the body. Unfortunately, I don't have a hanger on me, but this is how it looks. And I have tried it on, and it looks way better than the last one. Let me actually try this one on, and let me show you how it looks. There we have it. This is how the jumper looks like, and I think it looks way better than the first one. So as you can see, I don't get all the creasing that I used to get before. Neither I do get all of those folds next to my neckline, and I can say that my like sleeve will actually start at like in a reasonable place. So I am really liking it. I have repeated the shaping exactly the same as I did for the other one. The only difference was that I was increasing in every round for the saddle shoulder part. Then I have started increasing on my sleeve, and then, you know, just like I normally would with my raglan. So there we have it. I think it looks great, and I have stem blocked this like shoulder part so that it kind of relaxes because it used to crease quite a lot. So yeah, I think after washing it will get even better. If you can see, I do still have some folding in here, but this will go away when the shoulder will get stretched with the sleeve and actually with the actual wash. So there we have it. I will continue working on it and I will let you know how it goes. But right now I have an exciting idea and I really wanted to share it with everybody. So I'm back with two of these beautiful cones, and I did not plan on working with this yarn anytime soon. This is my Leafy Clue, 90% original wool, 10% cashmere, and it is 750 meters in 100 grams. This one is Carriage series. This is what I have knitted my pink jumper and the saddle shoulder jumper that I have showed you in. And I have seen this beautiful like Colorwork jumper. Like, to be fair, I have never done color work. Like, I know people do it and it looks absolutely stunning. I have like no idea. Like, I do know how it's done, but I have never tried it myself. And I know that it is a skill that you have to learn, but I have seen this beautiful round yoke color work jumper that I'm absolutely in love with. And I really like feel like it's very wintry. So the pattern reminds me of snowflakes, and it being knit in like white actually makes it, I don't know, really festive and really Christmassy, and Christmas being like around the corner. I was thinking if I should include a Christmas jumper in my plans when I'm done with my saddle shoulder jumper, because before I was thinking about an autumn inspired one, but I feel like it's the end of November and until I'm done, like it will be January. So I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be working on that anytime soon. But when I saw this colorway jumper, I thought, is this my moment to like learn how to do color work? And if I'm not mistaken, this is some kind of a traditional Scandinavian pattern, like Norwegian or something. So I thought, I have this beautiful color that I did not actually know where to use, because it is really, really festive. And I was thinking I will just work on a very plain jumper, but I was not sure what to do of it, and I was just thinking that it will just wait for its time. But now I thought, what if I make this jumper in this beautiful royal blue color and use something lighter for my color work? And I do have this oatmeal color in my stash, and I'm not sure if they are like a good combination, because I think if I go for just your normal white, I think the garment will be too contrasty, and this beautiful blue color is what I want to stand out in the jumper and not like the white pattern. So I'm thinking maybe I will combine it with this oatmeal. What do you say? Like, is this, I think this has enough contrast, but this yarn at the same time is not like overpowering the blue. So I'm not sure what to do. Like, should I experiment with color work? And these colors are actually a bit like darker. So they're just a bit like darker, but do they look good together? I'm not sure. And I'm really excited. Like, I have not learned a new like actual knitting skill in some time, so I'm really excited to try. Maybe I should try and do a small gauge swatch and see how this two look together. So I'm really excited. I need to look for a pattern for the Colorwork, and I don't think I've ever knitted a round yoke actually. So round yoke, Colorwork, Christmas jumper. Is that a good idea? Is that not? So yeah, these are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Do you think these two go together and will make a beautiful Christmas colorway jumper? I know Christmas is about red, but it is about blue as well, right? The main problem is that I do not have any other light colors in my stash, and I really don't wanna buy any more yarn. So if we go for this combination, this is the only yarn that I have in this light color. But when I look at them, they kind of look good together, or they don't. I'm actually not sure. So let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next episode.